안녕하세요. Seattle Insomnia입니다. What's up, Insomnia? What's up, YouTube? Seattle Insomnia back again. Double feature-esque, 2 videos for Dreamcatcher this week. And this one is going to be solely for dance practices for the previous title tracks that we've been through up to this point. I did the What Dance Practice in the full album Friday video previous to this one. So we have Chase Me Dance Practice, Good Night from Fall Asleep in the Mirror or Sleep in the Mirror, one of the two, I can't remember. Bad me. And then we've got Fly High and You and I, all the dance practices. So we're going to get set up. And like I said in the other one, check my community tab. I've got a couple of posts where I want your input, feedback. So check that out. Let me know. Talk, comment, please and thank you. Kamsahamnida. But yeah, I'm gonna get headphones on and we're gonna flip into dual mode and get into this because I talked a lot that one, and this is a dance practice. It's gonna be 40 minutes of me gushing on Yuhyun and everyone else, of course, because I want to give everyone equal. But Yuhyun's dancing, it drives me completely insane. So I'm gonna get headphones on. We're gonna switch it over into dual mode and get into this. So catch you on the flip side. All right, headphones on. No closed captions available on this, but we're all pretty familiar with Chase Me. So in 3, 2, 1, drop thunder. Chase Me dance practice video. Let's go. The timing. Look at them travel that speed. Like Handong. What? Look at Handong. She went from this point where in between where we see Kayan and well, with the hair it makes it a little bit harder. I think that's Sua. Yeah, that's Sua. So she was like literally right here, and in a matter of like 2 or 3 beats, 3 to 4 beats. Let's be practical here. She got over. Because she started center. Okay, center stage. But still, look at that travel. Oh, that's Xion. My bad. Okay, so Sua's in all black shorts. But still, look how quickly they travel. The intensity of this choreo is... They still say it's one of the hardest choreos they've ever done. And their timing. And this was their debut. The dynamics, the levels, choreography. Look at that. Oh, that roll into the line and then the roll out. Their timing is still impeccable. Their footwork is on point. Look at that timing. I'm gonna keep saying it. They're just amazing. They're constantly moving. There's really no lulls. The way they travel, they don't, there's no lazy point in this. They are always moving, and their point, they know exactly where they need to be, when they need to be there, and they're always on time. The dynamics of that. In their spot. 1, 2, 3. Boom, boom, boom. The level play, Sua on the ground doing floor work while they're making the triangle. Back into the new formation. That timing. Yuhyun. Oh. Yuhyun's technique. Oh. These women are amazing, amazing, amazing. And this was their debut. Non-stop. Sua got a little bit of break, but with her power and her energy, she probably really, really needed it. But her floor work is on point, and that the dynamics of group high, one member low gives, you know, the eye candy. It draws focus for a moment, and then their movements draw the focus back. It's so good. All right, now we're gonna get into Good Night. This is probably within my top 5 of choreographies, because the start of this, their locking and their isolations in this, bar none, one of the best. All right, 3, 2, 1. Good Night. Dance practice, studio version. Let's go. Isolations, locking, popping, and boom. The power, the accuracy, the timing, the in sync. Sua's power and everything she does. Again, Yuhyun's lines. I think the reason why I like this a lot, because it reminds me, this is very similar to the what choreography. They're in their line, they're doing line work, the dynamics with their arms, creating their formations, painting a picture. Timing of each of the steps. Sua's rap line, member. Ooh, look at her power, look at her body roll. She's got such good control. Handong's another one that I think gets overlooked in her dancing ability. But Yuhyun, oh, that technique. The timing. Listen to the foot stomps. It is a single stomp all at once. It sounds like one loud foot stomp. That's how in sync they are. It's not pop, 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 pop. You know, it is boom, boom. I love the formation, how they started from the back and out rather than the front and kind of peeling away at a front to back. They go back to front. Do it again on the mirrored side. But then this time they did it from front, making an N and then retracted back in. Footwork again. Their bounce. Yuvyan, her lines, her angles. So good. And you can hear like they are putting in so much energy. They're trying to remain calm, focused, but you can hear they're breathing from the diaphragm, trying not to open their mouth, breathing through the nose, but they are so winded. You can hear it, but the energy they put in, the timing, the perfection, they have practiced. And it is so good. All right. Now we're going to get into Fly High. And 3. Oh, wait. Let's back it up. I'm going too fast. And they're starting off with an amazing formation. All right. Fly High. 3, 2, 1. Drop Thunder. Starting off with great floor work. Sua's hits. Unfortunately, this is in a moving version, but that's okay. We can still, for the most part, see everything. Okay, maybe not. That spin. Feet out. Dami a little bit, but that's also where the timing. But when they spin, the choreography, hair whips all at the same time. They stop on a dime facing the camera. Yuvyan's lines and angles again on point. Facial expressions from Xian, those eyes staring into my soul. Handong pulling, oh, I love the storytelling in that. Pulling him in as she's coming forward to front center. Formations are not bad. Timing again. Oh, the smiles. Oh, the whack. Oh, that I forgot they whacked. Oh. And dynamics with level changes. Look at Dami with leg out, down, toe pointed, the right angle provides the perfect balance. It anchors down, so she's not going to worry about flopping, falling forward or backward. Pressure right on the ball and toe. I mean, I know there's a reason she's a lead dancer, but I mean that extension with the leg sitting like it is, really, really technically well done. So good. That final part where she unturns, walks, and then Jiu and Yuhyun, I believe, tap her shoulder, walk behind, next two members, shoulders, walk behind, boom, 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 in, and then rotate. I keep hitting my mic. I don't have enough room. I have to have it closer. You guys won't hear me, and if I don't have it, you know, with it being close, I keep hitting it. Just another really good, and the song itself, I know, is not a lot of people's favorites. Wasn't Lisa Lander. It was a different team that produced it, but the dancing is still on point, still very Dreamcatcher, and really, really, really good. All right, we are going to finish it out with You and I. This was from the last full album Friday that we did with Escape the Era. We get to see Dami's wand. It's not the collapsible baton wand that she uses, but she, at least I don't, maybe it is. I don't remember. I know she does it on one of the live performances that she does, and in concerts and things like that, she has the one that spring releases. But I think this is just the normal one that she just has behind her and pulls it out. All right. You and I, dance video in 3, 2, 1, drop thunder. The backbreaking Jiu, vampire Jiu too, which symbolizes the Spider Queen. Sua drop and being pulled. Oh. The reveal back in. That's that line work again. We see that they like using that line work, and with the amount of members they have, 7 people, line work, especially linear directly in front of the camera, is so aesthetically pleasing, and well, they execute it so well. Arms and leg works. with that windmill. Oh, I love that. We'll back it up a little bit more because that way, because I think it was right in the middle of that move. That windmill move. Right there. Choreography on point. Speed travel yet again. It is. That's another thing that is really not looked at or talked about, how they handle their props. Watch the timing and what they do. They each kind of discreetly put it away when a member's spotlight is going on, or they just tuck it, put it where they can, put it away without drawing any attention to themselves. All eyes are on Sue at that point, and people are putting away. Eyes are on Handong. Sue puts hers away. Very, very smart. The windmill move again. I know I'm pausing a lot in this one. This choreography is so good. It's in my another one that's in my top 5. I think everything is just, I'm just gonna say everything's in my top 5. It's hard not to. It's so good. The move that Sue does, I think everybody else does it. Sue caught my eye because it looked like she was bowling. Boom. Yeah. The booty shake, the hip moves, everything is just on point. Dynamic level changes. Arm work, hand play. The mirroring. I'm backing it up. This is what I'm talking about with Yu Hyun. Angles. Body angles. Hip, booty out, legs in straight. The arm isn't too far out, too far in. The angle is perfectly parallel with the way her upper body and the lean is. It is little details like that that Yuyeon has that's why I keep advocating her technique is on point. She is so good. And yes. Sorry, man of culture. I'm going to get my headphones off. We're going to flip it into full me mode and final thoughts and wrap up. Catch you on the flip side. All right. So we just did the dance practices for Chase Me, Good Night, Fly High, and You and I. And the dance professionalism of these women is amazing. I know I raved on my last My Choice Tuesday about XG because XG is another 7 girl member group that are all fabulous dancers, younger than Dreamcatcher, but Dreamcatcher has just in their maturity, there are little nuances that I think, sorry, that was my knuckle that just popped. Um, Little nuances that they have that just in my opinion puts them up a little bit above XG right now because XG they're still learning, and yes, 5 years they were doing their thing, learning. They started from, you know, either early double digits, like 12 years of age, upwards of like 14, 15 years old. So they're just now coming into the age where Dreamcatcher started from with Chase Me. And I think the quality of where XG is now is where Dreamcatcher was at Chase Me. Dreamcatcher now, I think being seasoned veterans in the game for 6 years, work ethic, knowing each other, having the timing, having the rhythm down, knowing the songs in and out and what they do, that veteran edge does give them the edge. But but XG is not far behind in any way, shape, or form. They will catch up and have the potential to be better. You know, and it's because of the foundation that XG Simonson has put into creating and developing his vision for what he wants XG to be. Dreamcatcher, they have their vision. They've gone through. I mean, I honestly like. I don't want to say they're at their pinnacle because you can always get better. You can always improve. So I'm not saying that they're gonna plateau by any means or even fall away and get worse. I see nothing but great things for them, and they're going to continually improve. They always give 110% with every project, with every album. They've and I've seen the progression go and go and go, and their experimentation sounds from Nightmare to Nightmare to Dystopia to Apocalypse. We're gonna hopefully soon we're gonna get the third track and third album of the Apocalypse series. It could be a trilogy. It might be longer. Who knows? My guess, if I had to, would probably be a trilogy, but we might get a surprise and it might be more. Who knows? But they improve every single time. And I continue to expect that from all the groups that I watch. I mean, that's their goal. They just want to be the best performers, entertainers, musicians, singers, rappers that they can be. And they work hard to get where they are. And these dance practices are a great example of that. Not just anybody can go in there and do what they just did or what we just watched without putting in the time, blood, sweat, and tears to be able to do that. And that's the commitment that these groups go through. And that's why it's so different than what is here in the US. People come together and say, hey, you want to make a band? All right, we'll go out in the garage, we'll practice for a little bit. Oh, cool, we wrote a song. We'll practice that song for a couple weeks, then we'll go to a studio, hire some studio time. We'll throw together a song. We'll go out on the street. Hey, we'll rent a couple of Lamborghinis, a Bugatti, whatever. Throw it in there. Some people will stand in front of it. Some girls in bikinis or booty shorts. Okay, that's the quality that's in the US right now versus the quality that's coming out of South Korea, Japan, Taiwan, Thailand, China. I mean, Mongolia, the Who. Oof, don't get me started on the Who. If I go and break into other countries' rock and metal, you best believe the Who is going to be in there. The best Mongolian band I've ever heard, and it's probably the only one. But like from that region, an Asian country, the Who, the THEHU, the Who. If you've not listened to them and you are a rock or metal fan, look up the Who, Wolf Totem. You can thank me later. The work ethic that they have, the fact that they find a company that has a training program that you can start as early as like 9 years old, maybe even younger. I don't know. I want to say I think 9 might be the youngest I've heard of, but it could be younger. Give up their youth for the dream of becoming an idol, or I guess I don't know if I don't think I don't know if the rock groups go through a similar thing. I've not seen anything like that, but I'll do kind of a deeper dive to find out if they do or not. But for K-pop, I mean that's the culture. That's how you get into the business. You try out, you audition for a group or multiple, trying to make your way in, and you're competing against 20, 30, 40 other youth for a spot in whatever project that they're coming up with at that time. And it's tough. My comparison, it's like joining the military and going through boot camp, but instead of boot camp only being either 8, 10, or 13 weeks, to not so some have only did it for a few months and got in some of the smaller groups, but the bigger groups, you're looking at anywhere from 2 to 6 years going through training before getting a break to debut with a group. That's like in the United States a full military term. 4, 6, some could do 3 years. I don't know if that's a thing anymore, but serving, that you give up of your life in hopes of getting something better for it, away from your family, away from your friends. Sometimes you have to sign a non-disclosure about what you do, what you're doing, things like that. So you can't even really say what you're doing for fear of being cut. That's a huge sacrifice. You're not going to find anybody in the music industry in the United States. They say we hustle. I hustle, I hustle, I hustle. They're in the studio making, in my opinion, and solely my opinion, mediocre at best music. That's why I gave up on US hip hop pop. And kind of in the same vein rock, because it's all bleeding in and sounding the same. There's not been anything original since Tool, Perfect Circle, and Pussifer. Since losing like the bands that I followed either aren't making new music or no longer together, or if they are together, it's not with the original members that I fell in love with and have a hard time liking their new identity or their new sound. Drowning Pool is one of them. Alice in Chains is another one. And even though Mike Shinoda is an amazing person, Linkin Park is just not Linkin Park without Chester. Soundgarden, they're not doing anything. They've all kind of split and they're with other bands now and doing their own thing since Chris Cornell is gone. So there's nothing that right now in the United States that I even care to listen to. That's why I'm glad I kind of found K-pop and decided to venture out a little bit more, and then now getting into K-rock, because they're throwing tribute back to the gold, the rock oldies that I grew up listening to with a new flair, giving it new life and putting their own spin on it, and that's good to hear. So it's kind of rekindled my love for music and gives me something to be excited about again. So, and I'm thank you, Kamsahamnida, for joining me on this journey. I appreciate you a lot. So, I'm under 40 minutes, so I'm going to leave it at that. Community post, check it. Give me your suggestions. Thumbs up if somebody's already made a suggestion for something you want to see. If you want to see things like live performances, show performances, competitions, variety shows that get blocked, that type of thing, I'm looking at starting a Patreon. Read about what that post. Thumbs it up if you're interested. Comment if that's something you want to do. If I get enough people that show the interest, I will. I've already got it drafted. I just got to throw it up live, but I don't. I'm gonna always have this free content here. This is just kind of for that, going above and beyond and adding extra. And I didn't see a way to make things free. That maybe once I get it up and started, maybe I can throw things up there and allow it for free. I might do that, but also I'm kind of nice to not have to pay. At the minimum, I'm hoping to be able to pay for my premium subscription so I don't have to constantly edit out and get distracted by ads. It'd be kind of nice. But anyway, if it's something you're interested in, leave your comment on that. All right, I've talked enough. We're just a little bit over 40 for 4. That's about my average 10-minute per video. So I'm going to leave it at that. I hope you're having a great morning, afternoon, evening, night, wherever you are. Kamsahamnida, thank you very much for joining me. Annyeong. Peace.